This is the spring 2023 Astrometeorology Weather Forecast. Welcome to Astro Weatherman. Welcome to another episode of Astro Weatherman. I apologize for the late posting of this video since the last posting. Life happens, and yet at the same time I was also experimenting with different ways of bringing the forecasts to you guys in ways that are going to be both easier to understand and they're going to be more enjoyable, hopefully. So hopefully you'll appreciate that. All right, so at the time of the publishing of this video, we're midway through the spring season of 2023. And so we're going to be looking at, what are the planets going to be, or how the planets are affecting the overall weather patterns for the season in North America. Okay. And there's some interesting movements that are happening. We have the planet Jupiter that was in the sign of Aries since December the 22nd, and it just left on May the 15th. When Jupiter was in Aries, it would have brought lots of extremes in terms of weather to the atmosphere. Aries likes to really bring lots of dynamic energy to the atmosphere. And so what can happen is stronger storm systems can happen. So stronger tornado season, more stronger hurricane, cyclone, or um, uh, typhoon activity in every part of in many different areas of the world could happen. So remember, Jupiter in Aries, a planet in the sign, affects the weather globally. All right. So Jupiter in Aries also likes to exacerbate drought-like conditions throughout many different parts of the world, and it has a propensity to increase the danger of forest fires globally as well. Now, that did come to an end on May the 15th, but we're still going to see its lingering effects for a few weeks after May the 15th. Now, at the same time, I should say, once Jupiter makes a transition to Taurus, which happens on May the 16th, and it'll be there for the rest of the year, we're going to start to see a little bit of different weather system affecting the planet, as Taurus likes to bring more moisture. And so in many parts of the globe, we're going to see heavy rainfall, maybe even flooding events happening around the world. So that can be something we're going to be studying for the better part of the year. And we'll talk about what's happening in the summer season coming up here too, and how that might affect different parts of North America. But we have another planet, and that's Mars, and it's moving into the sign of Leo on May the 20th, and it's going to be in that sign until July the 9th. Now, because Leo is a fire sign, in Mars likes to really bring energy to the forefront. And so, and as a focal point. So that means in many, as Jupiter brings maybe some heavy rain, torrential rainfall, and maybe flooding to certain places, Mars in Leo is not going to let up on the parts that have been too dry. For example, the forest fire situation may continue and in fact may get worse in many different areas. So we could see a season of extremes after May the 20th until the beginning of summer. Sorry, until July the 9th anyways. And so there's going to be some extreme heat and drought and fires in certain areas, and then extreme flooding and rainfall in others. So it's going to be interesting. We'll keep an eye on it in our weekly forecasts, and we'll just see how things evolve. All right, so let's get started with the North America spring 2023 forecast. And let's see how the planets have been and will affect North America. Okay, let's start off with Western Canada. And who is the dominant weather planet affecting BC, Alberta, and Western Saskatchewan? It is this guy right up here. Jupiter, the planet that brings warmth, hotter temperatures, drier conditions, and lots of breezy days. So all of these three provinces are going to experience above average temperatures, all right, and drier weather. It doesn't bode well, obviously, for forest fires, especially since Jupiter is in the sign of Aries at the time of the spring ingress. Okay, and so you're also going to have many days which are going to be a lot windier because Jupiter likes to bring wind. And again, wind with fire does not um, make for a good combination. So, as we know of the severe fire situation that's happening, and that's going to extend all the way to uh, western Saskatchewan. All right, now Eastern Saskatchewan is going to be a different story, and that spills over into Manitoba. I'm going to separate here just for a second and show you the dominant planets for the dominant planet for these regions, and that's right here. That's the planet Uranus. So Uranus is going to bring cooler temperatures. It's going to bring the temperatures down, but it's going to, because it's sandwiched with another warmer planet, Venus, it'll bring the temperatures to near normal levels. So seasonable weather conditions, which will be quite pleasant. Um, and it will bring areas of scattered or periods of scattered moisture. So scattered showers, scattered rain. Uranus does like to bring thunderstorms and thunder showers. So just be aware that there could be some storm systems passing through from time to time as well. But otherwise, mixed bag of weather for both central eastern Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So a bit of a roller coaster that way. All right, good stuff. Let's go on to the east. All right, and I am going to, here we go, I'm back. And the dominant planet that's going to be affecting the majority of Ontario and Quebec is this guy right here, and that is Saturn. Okay, the planet that brings cooler temperatures, lower pressure systems, cloudier days, more storm systems. So it can bring, so as we can see here, it brings the temperature down. It lowers the temperature, so maybe to about average or normal seasonable temperatures to below average or below normal seasonable temperatures. You're also going to see more in the way of moisture, scattered rain, scattered showers, and Saturn does like to bring storm systems, so don't be surprised if you see more scattered thunder showers or thunderstorms as well, or more storms, passing storm systems, low pressure systems. That's very common with Saturn. So here you have it. You're going to have, many, many cloudy days. You don't get me wrong, you're going to have some nice weather days that'll come through. This is again just showing the overall pattern, okay? So generally seasonable to cooler temperatures with scattered showers and rain and higher than average storm systems. All right, that's for Ontario and Quebec. Now moving on to the Maritimes. I'm just going to disappear here again quickly and just show you the dominant weather player for here, and that is here, Neptune. Okay, and so Neptune is going to have is going to bring the temperatures lower, so it's from seasonable to below seasonable, and it's going to bring moisture. It's going to bring more in the way of many more rainy days, showers, more cloudier days. Again, you'll have some nice days, no doubt, but generally that's the pattern. More moisture and cooler temperatures. All right, there we go. And so that is Canada. All right, perfect. All right, so let's go down to the United States. Okay, USA. Let's see what's going on with your weather. Okay, let's start off with Western United States. And we have dominant pair happening. Now, down into the southern areas, we've got Pluto, which, if it touches or interacts with another planet, Pluto has this tendency to enhance that planet. And in this case, it is Jupiter. All right, so basically, what we're going to see is for the majority of this entire region of the United States, basically going from California all the way west to the western regions of Colorado and New Mexico, we're going to see hotter, drier, windier weather, generally speaking. And as is happening in the northern sections of Canada, Jupiter being in Aries can increase the risk and the propensity for forest fires. So this entire region does have to be on alert for that. All right, so temperatures warmer, hotter than average, and weather conditions overall drier than average with breezier and windier conditions. Again, doesn't mean you're not going to have any rain or showers from time to time, but those are going to be the exception and not the rule. Okay. Now, this central region here, all the way from the Dakotas down through to Texas, what are the dominant planets? The dominant planet is going to be Uranus, this guy right up here. And so Uranus is going to be the planet of storms, mixed bag of weather, difficult weather systems, unpredictable weather systems. Uranus will lower the temperatures, so we're going to see temperatures hovering to about average to normal seasonable temperatures, but will bring a lot of instability to the atmosphere. So this entire section is going to see maybe higher than average tornado systems or tornadic storms coming through, thunderstorms, thunder showers, very erratic weather systems. All right, so this Uranus loves to bring instability to the atmosphere. So you're gonna have some beautiful, beautiful cloudless sunny days, beautiful spring days, and then boom, big storm systems rolling through. Beautiful days, boom, storm systems rolling through. So a very mixed bag and unstable spring weather. In this section here, Uranus is still in effect. So, but because it's near Saturn, another colder planet, it's going to bring the temperatures down even more. So here, Uranus was paired with Venus, which is a little bit, it moderates the temperature, which is why we're giving it more seasonable. Whereas in this section, all the way from the Dakotas, Minnesota, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, we're going to see temperatures to be hovering around seasonable or is to below seasonable temperature-wise, with a great deal of instability, mixed bag weather, and storm systems. So higher than average thunderstorms, thunder showers, even higher than average um, tornadic storm systems. So have to be on the lookout very, very much so, especially in this region, because Uranus and Jupiter, when they get paired together, they can be a nasty pair. So just be on the lookout for that. All right, and then towards eastern US, the dominant planet, and I'm going to disappear here again just for a little bit, just to show you the dominant weather planet. And it is going to be Saturn right up here. Oh, so I guess I can appear because it won't take up the space. Okay, so Saturn is going to dominate, bringing temperatures lower, bringing more low pressure systems, scattered showers and rain, definitely higher than average storm systems. So just watch for that. You're going to have some nice sunny days, no doubt, and some warmer temperatures. But again, the overall weather conditions for the entire eastern seaboard and eastern sections of the U.S., I think will be higher than average moisture with lower, seasonable to lower than average temperatures for the spring. All right, and watch for some stronger storm systems to pass from time to time. And there you have it. That is the United States. Now let's go to Mexico. Okay, Mexico, let's see what is happening with your weather. Okay, so the dominant planet up here in the Baja California region um, is going to be Pluto right here. Well, I guess I can highlight Pluto right there. Okay. So that's not such a great circle. Let's do something like that. Okay, so that's Pluto. So Pluto, when it's interacting with Venus over here, it's going to enhance Venus's effect. So Venus likes to keep the temperatures near average normal. So it's not going to be too hot. It's not going to be too cold. So it's going to be seasonable for this time of year for this region. It's also going to bring uh, more in the way of clouds, maybe some scattered showers or moisture, but we have to take the region into account. So this is not a region that typically receives a great deal of moisture. So this could simply mean that it's going to have a lot more cloudier days than normal, more fog or mists than normal, and maybe the odd scattered shower. But generally speaking, seasonable temperatures um, with more humid conditions. Now, the central regions, we see the dominant planet being this guy right here, and that's the planet Uranus. Uranus is, of course, cold. Well, normally it's cold, but as we get further south, it brings more of extremes when it comes to temperature and seasonality as we're approaching spring, summer. Uranus towards the equator does tend to really bring um, uh, extreme heat oftentimes. So this is why we're giving this entire central region much hotter than average temperatures. It's going to be very, very warm, hot, I should say. And Uranus loves to bring a lot of instability to the atmosphere, especially in tropical regions. Lots of scattered thunder showers, thunderstorms popping up here, there, and everywhere. So it's going to be lots of isolated showers and thunderstorms can happen. Okay, so lots of instability. And you're also going to have regions where it's going to be, again, the heat will be extreme. So they're going to have a very I think extreme season of weather in the central regions of Mexico. All right, and then Uranus is still going to be ruling towards the Yucatan Peninsula area. So temperatures are going to be above average, hotter than normal, and with scattered showers, thunder showers, and thunderstorms popping up and bringing instability to the atmosphere in general. So we can see that the more moderate temperature is going to be in northwestern Mexico. Otherwise, the majority of Mexico is going to be much hotter than normal with a lot of instability in the atmosphere. So it's going to be an interesting mixed weather season, mixed bag of weather for most of Mexico. All right, there you go. All right, there you have it, the spring 2023 forecast for North America. All right, hope you enjoyed that video. We'll be making the summer 2023 forecasts in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that so you can have a heads up as to what planets are going to be affecting your regions for the summer of 2023, which should be very interesting. All right. And I do promise to be putting out more videos on a more regular basis now that I think I have my format all sort of figured out. So stay tuned for the next forecast, which will be coming out on a weekly basis, fingers crossed, where we'll be studying the lunar phases, as there's 4 lunar phases every month, and each time the moon moves into a new phase, the the new moon, the first quarter moon, the full moon, and the last quarter moon, there's a shift in global weather patterns. All right. And then we are going to study those patterns for North America to see what the weather will be like for that lunar week. All right. So stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like this video or found it interesting, intriguing in any way, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. And again, thank you all for watching. Take care.